Right, well everyone, I hope you can actually hear me. Well, today's video we're going to talk about the site called Fiverr and also another experience what I'm actually having. And basically what it is, I've actually been asked Fiverr to like share a gig which is for like buyers obviously. Basically what I wanted was a website review doing, and obviously I've obviously made like 2 attempts. Obviously one was just like a brief description, and the second one was basically like a line of text. Now obviously both of them, surprising stuff, got rejected, and which I thought, well, that's a bit unusual. And yeah, he's the like 2 gigs that practically got rejected for like obviously no reason. You know, I mean, to be fair, right? Short text, very simple. I was looking for a website review, and obviously a brief one, explaining to them how much I was going to pay, and then obviously I couldn't like share the link due to terms and conditions on Fiverr, etc., etc. And yeah, it got unapproved. So I thought, okay, then I'll just do like something a bit similar, different to that one. But obviously, I was put a short one to the obviously I wanted like, I'm looking for a website review. But same again, Fiverr rejected it. So I thought, okay then, I'm gonna make my own website like Fiverr, and so I did. Surprisingly enough. So yeah, this site paper was called Trusted Freelancers. This is a website that I created that's similar to Fiverr, because I am sick to death, right, of like Fiverr being a complete scam. I mean, it's full of scammers, and if anyone's like a buyer and obviously has had previous experience with scammers, then you know what I go through. So I thought, well, as I said, enough's enough now. It's a complete laughing joke. So yeah, this is why I created this website. And as you can see, I've got my first seller right over here. Also, this one is what I created as a demo listing. It basically shows you what this actually looks like to the public on the website. So I'll give you a fair idea. So just like with Fiverr, you got your extras, and then you got your plans, how much you're going to charge for each plan. You got orders in the queue, your rating, your description, your biography, and also like your level, etc. And that's the reason why I created this website for, was also I wanted to like buyers to find trusted freelancers. Now, like I said, this is the first freelancer that I've mostly got on my website. Obviously, I'm quite grateful for that. Obviously, I actually had to help her get her account made, which also wasn't exactly a problem. And just actually add videos, which also I would recommend that you do that on the site. Because also then it drives more people to your gig, which is mostly more beneficial for both like you and also the buyer itself. And obviously, I can't give much information regarding the site because like I've only got like one, freelancer. But yeah, basically that's what this site is like. It's basically like Fiverr. But the only difference is obviously I'm the person in charge of the site, because like I think it's wrong for Fiverr to charge an extortionate processing fee for both the seller and also the buyer. Because if I remember rightly, someone said that Fiverr charges, I think, about 40% commission on the freelancer, and I do know they charge a 5% processing fee because I'm actually a buyer myself on Fiverr, and yeah, I've actually had the occasional fee services where the fee's been extortionately high for something that was with my budget, but then when a service fee gets applied, it goes out of your budget completely. So what I've done on my site, even though I'm charging 5% on my website, but then I'm consider removing that fee if I know for definite this site becomes very popular. Now, in terms of the freelancer side of things, obviously I've made them public on both any social websites as opposed to such as like YouTube, and obviously it'll be on the website as well how much you pay for, which is based on your terms of use. So it says here, based on your level, you'll be charged at 20% all the way to 5%. And the best thing about my website, people, as a freelancer, you can basically provide is anything you want in particular, but we do have some restrictions. Obviously, when it comes to like Fiverr will not actually allow you to do like for artwork in terms of like nudies people, which is obviously artwork related, obviously, and blood and gore, and also I'm a fantasy. So that's why I thought, well, that's what basically an advantage I've got. I would allow it, but as a freelancer, you must ask the buyer, are you actually old enough to, have this sort of a service? Now, obviously, sometimes the buyer can provide false information, which obviously, if a freelancer suspects of submission, they must contact the site admin, which is obviously me, obviously. And obviously, the only downside with Fiverr, especially to this site, is that they don't have live chat. I mean, where on earth on Fiverr do you see live chat? I mean, literally, people, just look at it. I could scroll down for God knows how long. I don't see live chat anywhere for contacting Fiverr directly. Where in this website, you can just go on here and click, and there you go. You can just contact me directly. But yeah, there's not much I can really, there's not much I can really say apart from this is the website I've actually made. And obviously, even though it's still a work in progress, obviously, it still has a lot of things to be done. Obviously, I've been contacting a lot of YouTubers, hopefully to get some sort of attention and bringing more traffic to this website. Because obviously, with Fiverr being which is also my competitor, Fiverr doesn't seem to care much in terms of the buyer's point of view when it comes to trust. Because as a buyer, you're thinking, oh yeah, it's very popular, I can trust the site. As a new site, you can't. But then it's not just the site you want to trust; it's also the freelancer. Remember, it's the freelancer is the person you're hiring, and you're putting your hard-earned investment into that sort of freelancer. And that's the problem. And the other problem with Fiverr is that, on the freelancer's point of view, is that when do you get paid? How often do you get paid? Etc. etc. Where with mine, I will pay the freelancers within 3 days at least. Because obviously they can request the balance how much they want. I take the commission off, and then also this reflect on PayPal's point of view. It goes into their PayPal account. The reason being when we use PayPal over any other payment provider is that PayPal instantly pays both the buyer and the seller. So I can actually pay my freelancers within the 2 days, because also I just need 1 day to process all the payments, and the next day send them out, and then the third day after, it depends on what PayPal's terms of that freelancer, it should be in their account on the third day. If not, then also the freelancer has to contact PayPal, and if PayPal says we have to contact the company, which is also my company on the site, then also have to contact PayPal and say, explain to them also they've already been paid, blah 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 blah. Can you release the funds back into the account? If it's accepted, then great. If not, then well, there's not much I can really do about that, because also that's PayPal, isn't it? But yeah, that's basically as much information I can really provide. Other than that, I mean, I'm very surprised how Fiverr is actually rejected both of these. I mean, I can understand I want website review, but something as brief as that. I mean, come on, Fiverr. I mean, you're just taking an absolute nick, aren't you? To be fair. But yeah, people, if you've got any questions regarding about Fiverr, or if you have any experiences which is good or bad, or anything like that, just let me know in the comments, people. And also, I'm hoping you actually might consider joining this trusted freelancers website over Fiverr. And also, if you've got any issues with the website, then, you know, you don't want to find me. Thank you everyone, and goodbye.